Good evening, guys. It's Christy. I am back on. Happy Wednesday. We are doing our last of our bee crafts for this series. I actually know that there are tons more bee crafts that I want to do, but we're not just going to keep going and going. I think we'll just go ahead and start working on some Mother's Day, back to school, graduation, all that good stuff. I do have another theme planned out for next month that will mix in with some other crafts. So if you're jumping on, say hello. If you see your red live button, that means you're here. You can say hello and I will talk to you. If you are just kind of watching this later, that's fine. Go ahead and comment. I always reply, usually within an hour or two. So hello. Hi, Sasha. Nice to see you. I hope you guys are doing good this evening. I am just kind of jumping on. We're going to do a quick little craft. We might not finish it, but I'll put the final up tomorrow when we're all done. But I wanted to show you, if you guys did not catch my reel, this was the other version of the beehive floral that we did. So I did go ahead and put a little, I can't speak tonight. I did go ahead and put a little ribbon up here with a little hanger, and I did go and put the, what I did was I took the floral I miss you too, I miss you too, Sasha. I went ahead and took the floral piece out, and then I just placed the flowers in around the light up candle, which I have it lighting up right now. I don't know if you guys can see it because it's pretty bright in here. I have a little new backdrop. I kind of moved around my craft room a little bit, so we'll see how this does. Please let me know in the comments what you like better. But yes, this is the final project of that. So let me know which one you like better. You like the first one we did with the florals, or do you like the one with the candle? I just kind of twisted the little wire right here so you can easily take the top and fold it back and put your candle on and off. So that's what we're doing here. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you my other craft that I think we did get to see. So remember, I did the reel with the trick on the ribbon, so you can clip it together in the back of something or a vase. Make sure you remember that trick. It's really cool. And these are the first bees that we did from the corks. So the candle one's your favorite. Yeah, I do like the candle one. Sometimes you have to play with your crafts. 21st birthday. We can work on it. Let me know what kind of theme you're thinking, and you can private message me or put it in the comments, and we could definitely talk about a theme. You guys know I've done birthdays for 20 something years, so I'm pretty good at getting themes and stuff together. So we can definitely try a 21st birthday theme. My gosh, 21st, you're making me feel old, Sasha. I've known your mom and you forever. Okay. So I am going to do my drawing. Actually, let's go ahead and just get that out of the way. I'm doing my drawing for the people that shared or sprinkled my lives, my pages, my reels, whatever you'd like to guys to do. I am slowly getting some more followers, so we're going to go ahead and pick our winners. Let me show you the prizes. Now, I'm going to do this all the time, guys. So make sure that you are constantly sprinkling whatever your favorite lives are. So we're going to do the dry for the dish towels and the coffee mugs. So I've got my names in here. I think there was 5 or 6 of you. So let's go ahead and pick. I'm just, going to pick one out. So the first one is Ginger Monty. Ginger. Private message me your address. If you can find me on my regular page on Facebook or on this page, that's fine. Go ahead and private me your address, because you will win one of these. I think I'm going to do it. Whoever messages me first gets to choose which one you want, and the other one will get the other prize. And I'll also throw in some other goodies in there too for you. All right. The other winner is Christina Fitch. Christina, private message me your address, and I will send you one of these prizes. Okay? So, you guys, I want to give back as much as you guys give to me. So, I am always up to giving things away, little goodies. napkins, things like that. So just let me know what you're interested in. Okay, so we got the prizes. We've got one of those. At the end of my live, I have to show you something else that I came up with today. If you guys are watching this, I don't know if you can read it. Is it backwards? I'm trying to fix it. Yes, the way you participate in the drawing. So anytime I do a giveaway, I may not do it every single live because I'm still trying to get some more followers, but all you have to do is sprinkle my page, which basically means share. Share my page with your friends, your family, your sisters, brothers, whoever you think would like to see crafts, do crafts. You know, we could spread the love, spread ideas. And then when you do so, you just let me know, hey, I shared this. I'll put your name in the drawing, and then we go for a prize. I'll do it more often, guys, but I'm still just kind of starting out. So, you know, we're going to go ahead and do one a week. And then who knows, we might do it for every single one. So that's the way you can participate. Yes. Okay. It is backwards. When you watch the replay, I'm hoping that everything is frontwards. I'm trying to figure out my phone. I have the Google Pixel. I don't have a fancy iPhone. I don't know if I care for the iPhones, myself, but I know they're really popular, so I may have to go with the flow because I do want to make sure you guys can see it the right way. But I made that sign for you guys. So I actually made this sign today so that you can believe in yourself, that you can actually do your arts, crafts, whatever you think you can. I put that up there so you guys can read it, although I can't read it this moment, but so that you guys believe. So you guys believe in yourself that you can do whatever you'd like. That is what I'm here for, inspiration. So anyway, without further ado, I'll show you guys what I made at the end so you guys can see. I was actually trying to buy a tool today. I was going on Amazon, and I thought to myself, you know, this is crazy, spending $30 on this tool, maybe 20. And I was like, no, we're not going to do that. I'm going to see if I can make my own. And I did, and we're going to see how it comes out. So I'm going to test it with you guys. So you guys let me know. All right, so the last one, I know I said I wanted to do. Oh, thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. I'm hoping you guys will eventually get to read this. I'm still trying to figure out the phone and how to flip it. Because whenever I go flip it, it puts it to the other way and doesn't show me anymore. So hopefully I'm working on it. But yes, I put the pegboard up. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna get more full of my supplies, but it does look cute. So that's why I decided to move everything around and do that today. I know sometimes it can get overwhelming. I think it was overwhelming me too. So that's why I stopped. Anyway, so tonight we're gonna do our final B in our series. We're going to make something similar to this. Now, this could actually sit on a table. It's not just, I'll kind of go over that again. This can actually sit on a table, so it doesn't have to be a door hanger. But if you're looking for a specific door hanger for your front door, we're making a little bit bigger one. So I found our wooden rounds. You can get these at Michael's. You can get them at I found these at Dollar Tree. They're Crafter Square. They're a little bit thinner, so you have to be careful on the weight you put on this, which I was actually rethinking some of this tonight, so we'll see what happens if it works or not. We may have to put 2 of these together so that it can hold more weight. But basically, you can find these rounds anywhere. They do range from prices depending on the thickness of it and how much weight. What we will do is we're kind of going to go with the flow. I found these at Dollar Tree. I also found these wooden shapes. Now see how these are really, really thick? I'm not sure it's going to hold up on here, but we're going to at least try to get an idea so I can inspire you guys. So you guys can go out, spend a few dollars, and get your supplies and try to put it together. So it's all trial and error. I try to do everything trial and error. So we'll go ahead and we're going to paint these. I got 3 of them. So when you put them together, they kind of look like a honeycomb. So I went ahead and started this one already, and I started painting because I know last time we spent forever painting. I painted this one. Now I'll go over the colors again so you guys know these are the colors to look for if you can't find that golden. I think somebody was using a sunset gold for theirs, and it looked very, very similar. But again, I just grab yourself some craft sticks too, because your craft sticks, you're going to want to actually use these to like mix your paints and stuff. So these are, you get a ton of them in your package. But this, I did make it a little bit more yellow tone than I think that one, or just about the same. So again, you use your bright yellow, your coral color, and a little bit of your beige to bring out that tone. So I did go ahead already and mix it, because that can get a little tedious to do. I may have to mix some in front of you because I'm not sure if I have enough, but we're going to try. I like to, when it comes out of a bottle, it's always good if you're not mixing like this per se. It's always good to kind of put a little dab on your project, and that way you can just spread it in there so you're not kind of wasting it. But since this, what I think is some of the old stuff kind of got mixed in there too. Yeah, I'm not liking that, but that's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of just spread a little bit on here, and then we'll take our paintbrush and just paint it. And now we'll talk to you guys. So I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. For some reason today flew by for me. I know sometimes I can hear you guys hating me already. I don't know why, but since like the morning time, I don't know what it was, but it was like, oh my gosh, it's already 9, it's already 10. Yes, I'm gonna work on that. I actually got myself a little plain canvas, like little drawstring backpack type thing, so I can bring that with me to the craft stores. She's saying I need a personalized apron with my business name. So in case you're watching and you don't know who I am Christy. I am on this I'm on this Facebook page to do live crafts and inspire as Craftbox Christy. I do have a business that sells some of my homemade items, and those are my extra income. And I sell those at craft shows online, Etsy, things like that. And my business name is Simply Artdorable. It's been around for about 6 years now. 6 or 7 years now. I think 6 years. That sounds about right. So we're gonna go ahead and just paint the edges. And yes, I did get paint on me, but don't worry, I will. But yes, an apron is kind of a good idea if you're using a lot of paint and it's gonna splash. Some of this paint was already starting to dry, so gotta stick it on there. I'm trying to get the little bit of paint that came off too. All right, so we're going to make our another honeycomb. And I think I'm just gonna do, because we're not really gonna see the bottom of it or the back of it, so I think I'm just gonna do those spots for now. We might come back. This paint, I don't know, there's something going on with the paint. I think it's getting mixed in with some of the old paint that I mixed. So I probably should have cleaned that out before I came live, but I didn't have time today because I was working on all this other stuff. But oops. Trial and error. There you go. It's fine. Just paint over it. All right, so I actually did get one of the prizes already for our next little giveaway. I don't know if I'm going to tell you guys what it is yet, though. Might have you just keep watching and keep you in a little bit of suspense. So now we're going to just paint the other one. Yeah, it's that dried paint that got kind of mixed in with the other, so it's, the consistency is a little bit different. It's giving me a little trouble, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna paint the other honeycomb yellow. And then I think we're going to paint our wood brown next. So let's see who's on here. A few of my people jumped off already. I hope I don't bore you guys. All right, so 21st birthday ideas. Definitely send me some of your ideas, Sasha. That way I can kind of get a feel of what kind of theme you want and where we can go from there. I know I did a theme for my 40th birthday last year. If you guys are interested, I can pull some pictures and show you. I kind of planned it myself, but why not? Because I'm 40, right? I did a To the Dark Side Star Wars theme because I'm a big nerd. 40th birthday party. And I even got like a little Darth Vader skater dress, and I did it at my favorite Arcane, my favorite like beer. It's not just beer, but it's a little craft beer place that I've been going to for about the same time that I've been here. As a matter of fact, my very first craft show was at this I was at this brewery. I love it. Oh, yes, that's right. I gotta show you some of the goodies from Dollar Tree. I did forget to show you those. Thank you for reminding me. I did unpack some of them. I have one right here, though, while this is drying. I might take out my dryer just because there's some thick layers of paint. I'm gonna go ahead and let me wipe my fingers off. No, I'm not gonna spill it on my shirt. My shirt is fine. And it's all clean. I know I wore this for the craft show, but I did clean it. I did wash it. I did not put it in the dryer a really long time. Just for a little bit. So it still fits me just fine. Thank you. Okay. You guys are going to laugh at me. So, I don't know. I saw these and I was like, we're going to do a craft. I don't know what we're going to do with these, but I've never seen them before. And they were at Dollar Tree. But you guys are going to laugh. These are humongous long skewers. They're perfect for marshmallow roasting. They're absolutely perfect. In fact, you know what would be really cute? You know what I started thinking about would be really cute one day? We should make from like just like, I don't know, the dry clay. We can make little marshmallows and make them paint them brown like they're toasted. And we can put like a little basket and put these skewers in it with like fake marshmallows. Would that be cute? I don't know if that would be cute. We can try it, see if it looks cute for summer. Sit on your porch or whatever. But I don't know. I just had to pick these up. They were at Dollar Tree. So that's one of the things I got. I got myself a scraper so that we can paint with that and scrape. I really just got the wood rounds. I got more of my finger protectors because I'm always looking for these. I'm always losing them. That's really pretty much it. I got some really pretty flowers to work on stuff for Mother's Day. I got some really good ideas. So next, I will go ahead and give the spoiler on this one. Next month is going to be all the themed April showers bring May flowers. I said that right, yes. April showers bring May flowers. So next month is going to be, our theme is going to be flowers. We're not just going to just do flowers, but that's going to be like our theme that we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my dryer. Oh, I hooked it in here. It hooked it in here pretty good. I have to take this off. I was trying to figure out how I was going to hang things on here, so that's sorry, guys. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put our dryer on, and I'm going to start drying this. So basically, I'll show you what else I got. I got this, and this is going on tonight's little wooden piece. This does not like to stay plugged in. I got one that says family and one that says welcome. So we're going to do welcome on this. I'm going to hang it on my door. So here comes the dryer. You guys comment and tell me what bee project is your favorite so far. And are you excited about the flowers? We're going to learn all kinds of things, all different kinds of flowers. So if you don't like one, you can hopefully like another one. And then if you guys remember, I think we're going to use a couple of these tonight too. We made our bees out of our quartz. What else did I buy? I'm trying to remember. I put most of it away. I bought one of our prizes. I bought one of our prizes for our next giveaway. It's really cute though. You guys are gonna love it. I'm gonna show it on my next live. I'll show you what the next prize is gonna be. Remember, if I called your name in the beginning of the live, if you're just joining in and watching this, if I called your name at the beginning of the live, make sure you private message me so I can get your address and mail you out your prizes. I usually mail a little goodie bag. So that's probably not the only thing you're going to get in there. I'm just hitting the side ends. Okay, I don't really like the way that looks, but it's because my paint dried up a little bit, so that's okay. Okay, nothing came off. Okay, so I'm gonna move these guys over here while they finish drying. So I only have one little piece here. Now, I wanted to get you guys' opinion. I left this on here so you guys can see that I did get this at Dollar Tree. It's the Crafter Square. I might take this off because we have more jute. I kind of like it on. I kind of like the way they put it on there, but normally you would take this off and work on it and then put it back on, but I'm actually going to leave it on. Okay. So I wanted to get you guys' opinion. I kind of like the wood background. I'm thinking about maybe doing a little bit of brown on it, dry brushing it. But I want to know, since these are yellow, should I do some of that black back here? Let me know your opinions. Because if you want me to, what I'm probably going to do is tape it off. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to leave the top half, we'll do the top half brown, and we'll do the bottom half black. And hopefully it will look good. So painter's tape, just regular painter's tape. You don't necessarily need to be painting a house to use this stuff. We actually use this stuff on our freezer paper to identify what meats are going in the freezer. We just write right on it with a Sharpie. So basically, I just kind of eyeballed it. You can actually get more fancy and measure it, but I just eyeballed it. So that's how it's gonna look like that. So then, as I was telling you guys earlier, You can actually just put a little bit of paint on your project. You don't necessarily need to have a big tub like that. Start off very, very little. And then I'm actually, because this is such a big piece, I'm going to use my bigger brush. And then just start painting. And you might have to do, I did sand this off a little bit. I did forget to miss that step. I used just a regular sand block. Even though it's wood, guys, I wanted to get a little bit more grainy so the paint will stay. And see, even the paint isn't completely staying on here. But that's okay. I kind of just want to give it a nice little light coat. And we're just going to paint. I recommend when you're painting, and you guys, you know, can paint however you'd like. And you probably already know some of this stuff, but just for the people that don't know, paint one stroke, you know, in one direction. I mean, some people go like this. You'll probably catch me doing it because I don't always listen to my own. I don't always listen to myself when it comes to my tips and stuff. Kind of go with the flow myself, but. And then we'll probably take this brush and go over it brown on the top, so it looks a little vintagey. I always make up a new word every time I do a live. Vintagey, whatever. I'm not trying to get it on my little mat here, so I might wipe that off. I need new tissue paper, but it's over there. I guess I can try to get up and get it. So yeah. And if you get tired of doing this, you can always turn your project so it's facing the direction that your hand is wanting to go. So I'm hoping this looks cute, you guys. This is actually going on my door. The last thing I had on my door was my Easter wreath, and I haven't really made a wreath in a while. The one wreath I had kind of fell apart just because it's so weathered outside, especially with Florida. You know, people have to get wreaths all the time replaced in Florida because it's hard to keep plants alive, let alone anything from getting faded. Like, I don't know. It kind of stinks when you live in Florida when it comes to that stuff. Of course, then you have the up north people that, you know, it snows on their stuff all the time, and I'm sure things get rusted easily. Alright, so you guys get the idea of this. I'm just going to kind of go over it. So, I'm sorry I'm jumping on a little bit late tonight. I did make a full dinner. What did everybody have for dinner? I had pork chops. I'm just putting a little bit of pigment to kind of put in here. I made pork chops and let's see, shake and bake style, nothing fancy. Anybody else have anything interesting for dinner? It was so funny today at work. We have a little group chat now at work that we talk about work-related things in. And I guess one of our coworkers was having a conversation with someone else, and she accidentally put in the group chat, she's Spanish, so she said something about picante, and we were all like, oh, we're going out for tacos. So it became the running joke by the end of the day. We were all just joking about having tacos and Mexican food. That was yesterday in the house. We had tacos. Does everybody do Taco Tuesday? I do Taco Tuesday. I pretty much try to stick with Taco Tuesday because when you're a mom and you gotta plan out meals and you know, when you think Taco Tuesday, it's like, oh good, I don't have to worry about planning a meal. I can just do tacos because it's Taco Tuesday. It's kind of an out for us. Okay, I'm just taking my paintbrush and I'm going around the edges here. Just very lightly. And that's why when I did my painter's tape, I actually brought it a line this way. So we're going to hit this with the blow dryer real quick. That's why I put a very, very thin layer. And I think I'm going to stick to that thin layer. Not just for time's sake, but just because I don't want to overload it with paint and then never finish this project. But you guys do you. You guys do what you want to do. This was kind of last minute planned after I found what I found at Dollar Tree. I had a different thing in mind, and I was going to work on it outside. But time got away from me, so now it's dark, and it wasn't really coming out the way I expected it. So I'm going to work on it and come back to it. So we'll still do bee projects, not just... But we're going to hold off and do some of the other stuff. You guys are probably sick of bees by now. Alright, so I'm going to put the black in there. Sometimes you can use your tools to prop things up. Why not? Think smarter, not harder. That's what I always tell my kids. Okay, I'm just going to hit it with a blow dryer. Now, also from Dollar Tree, I don't know if I showed you guys this yet. This is what I'm probably going to finish at the end because I don't know what color I'm going to make this. But I found these little rings. They're kind of like a light wood, and that's the thickness of them. They fit perfectly over this. So, I think that's what I'm going to finish up with. This stuff dries pretty quick, you guys, especially when you use chalk paint. Chalk paint. I don't have any black chalk paint, so that's why I didn't do that. But I have some really cool ideas for you coming up for summer, and we even do a lot of Americana stuff. Because we get to use that stuff during the summer for Memorial Day and 4th of July, Labor Day, all that stuff. At this angle, you guys, with the light, I can actually see this drying. I hope you guys like my backdrop. I worked really hard on that today. Alright, we're just about there. And it's not like your people are going to be like, oh, she didn't finish painting underneath there. If they do that, then they need to go to a different door at this house. I'm not a perfectionist. Although, I do try. But like I said, we are our worst critics. Okay. So there's that. I don't know why I keep putting that on the floor. Alright, so what I was thinking, you guys, is kind of, hopefully these things are just about dry. I was thinking about going like this and making the honeycomb pattern on the black piece. And then we're going to attach our welcome to it. And then we're going to add something up here. But now that I'm thinking of it, we want to make sure we leave enough room for this. Because this kind of goes, if you guys can see, it kind of goes on the inside. So without kind of laying it down on the piece, I want to see something. We can't put it right on the edge. So we got to move it in a little bit. Which means we probably have to take our black tape off. But that's okay. I'll go ahead and do this one first. So glue gun or wood glue, E6000. They're building a Taco Bell near you. Oh, cool. Just don't go there all the time. Oh, that's probably bad for you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I think we might just put the family of that. Now, glue can get tricky, you guys. Just make sure when you're gluing this on, because wood likes to hold that glue, just make sure you kind of do it quick. So I kind of got an eyeball and see where it's at. Once you put it on there, there's really no change in your mind. All right. I'm going to put it right here. Now we want to make sure that we push it down flat, and I would just hold it in place for just a few minutes. It's probably not as straight as I want, but we're doing this like this, so. Definitely not as straight as I wanted, but we'll connect the other one and it'll be all right. It'll be okay. All right, so there's one. I'm almost scared to hold it up, but we won't do that. Okay, I think I'm gonna grab, we can probably use the tan one. All right, guys, magic. I'm gonna take my tape off. I probably would do 2 or 3 coats on this particular piece of wood because it is so thin. 2 or 3 coats is probably what you want to do. So see how it's kind of thin on there? But I'm going to hold off on that. Just do welcome. I'm trying to decide if I want to put the third one on there or not. Honestly, I kind of like 2. I think I'm just going to leave the 2. So your strings and stuff you can pull off later. They're very forgiving when it comes to wood usually. All right. I'm going to go ahead and paint a little brown on top. I'm just going to use a dry brush. So this will kind of give it like an antique look. I kind of want to use this brush, but it's not clean. Let me see. Let's see if I can clean it real quick. Off camera. This is why I like doing things ahead of time. That's true, they aren't always perfectly straight, are they? So it'll look more natural, haha. Oh yeah, that's very black. I cannot put that in brown right now. Nah, I gotta clean that under the sink later. Black is not good. That's okay. We'll just stroke it like we did the last one. I'm going to go ahead and use the Territorial Beige. That's just the closest that we have right now. Just put a few little dots. And then what I'll do is probably sand this down. And I know you guys probably are not seeing what I'm doing now. If you guys can see. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of stroke this on here. We'll let it dry and then we'll kind of sand some of this off. We can actually, I might not even sand it off. I think I just might use a baby wipe. I've seen that technique before. Has anybody tried that technique before? Where you just wipe it off with a baby wipe to make it look like a stained look. That's what we're trying to create, by the way, guys. Just like kind of like a stained look. Go ahead and try. We'll see what happens. We can always paint over it. very brown. Yeah, it's just kind of working. Now you might want to do this. Let me teach you guys something. You can also, since you went through all that trouble not to get the, you know, the black up here, go ahead and block off your black when you're doing this part so you don't get your black, your brown in with your black. And you can use masking tape too, guys. I've actually used masking tape before as well. Works just fine. Kind of wanted to make it look a little like rustic. You guys see that? Okay. I miss all my friends on here. I know, I need to get better at telling you guys the times I'm coming on, so you guys don't always see me live. But now it depends on how your wood grain is going to look, but pretty much you guys get the idea of what we're doing. Okay. My trash is on the other side of the room. All right, so let me pull this off so you guys can see. Now, this is really how it's going to look. And I haven't decided what color I'm going to do that. I might give it a pop of white. But what do you guys think of that so far? You like that? Hi, welcome. We are making a door hanger. A bee door hanger. I'm going over the antiques and the tricks and the trays and all that other fun stuff. Somebody else has joined me online. Okay. So I will probably get this done for you guys once I decide what I'm going to do with it. But I really think I like the look of two with the welcome sign going this way. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to kind of make it a little different, a little cockeyed. So there you go. That's what I'm going to do. All right, handy dandy glue gun. Probably going to need some more glue. Let me find my glue. It's right in front of me. Thank you. I'm glad it looks cute. All right, we are going to glue. Just kind of turbo gluing it really quick so that we can line it up. This is probably the trickiest part. I recommend taking the sticker off, but I didn't. So that's my bad, but definitely always take your sticker off. All right, and then you can stand or lean over just so you can kind of see them line up. I'm gonna have them touching. Good, that doesn't affect that. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Want to make sure I gave enough space on the end. All right, and then just press it down flat and firm. Flat and firm. Now, I was thinking you guys could use either bee if you want to add the beads. I think I'm just going to add some bows and not put a bee. I might put a bee. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how it comes out. Kind of wanted a little rustic look on this one. Or you can add some greenery to it. That's what we're going to do at the very top. I do have some greenery here too, so you guys can see. All right. That looks cute so far, right? Okay. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off first. And these are all Crafters Corner items, guys. I'm using only Dollar Tree things, except for the paint. I've had somebody that I know use their paint at Dollar Tree. They told me it was very diluted, which means you will have to go over and over and over and over and over with coats of paint. So I wouldn't recommend it. I would just go ahead and get your paints from Walmart, and I believe they're cheaper. I think they're only like 88 cents or 98 cents now. So they're still under $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. Why am I having such a hard time with this? My goodness. Okay. So I kind of like the way, and then of course it's Dollar Tree, guys, so you may have to flatten your pieces out a little bit. But I kind of like the way it looks on the end. What do you guys think? You can come knock on my door and come see my door hanger if you guys know where I live, if you guys are local, whoever's here. You know what that made me think of? My mom will laugh at this. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. I love the classics. Who was it? Yesterday somebody was talking about classic shows. I saw a meme from Mr. Rogers. Oh, Mr. Rogers is the best. And somebody was talking about the old classic shows from like when they were little and they were older than me. So I don't remember who it was. I have to think about it. So basically what I'm thinking about doing is gluing this on. You could also, if you made the other honeycomb on the other side, you could nail down, because it does have a little spot where you could put a little nail in. I could maybe move it over a little bit and put the nail in there, but I kind of like the way it just kind of sits there like that. So let me see if the other one would look cute there, because I kind of like the way it goes to an angle. And then you can put your bows. You know what? You guys like that? I really like that. And this is how it would hang, kind of angle. I'm going to do it. See, sometimes you just have to play with to play with it, and it works out. Because I probably would have honestly came back and redid it. You guys, it's so bad. I get so excited. You like it with 3? Okay, good. Three's Company. Yes. See, that was a sign. Three's Company. 3. That was a sign. Oh, I love it. Yes, the old show. I think somebody was talking about Captain Kangaroo, Lamb Chop, Sherry Lewis. Oh, I know. It was Miss Barb from Shabby Tree. If you guys do not follow her, you should. She's awesome. Yes, I like it with 3 too. Okay, let me go ahead and hold this one down. So, yes, it was 3's, it was Shabby Tree that was talking about all of the old shows, and they mentioned Romper Room, and I was like, I don't remember it, but I remember the name, and I remember something, so I don't know. Yes, it was a sign. I know, that's pretty funny. That's really funny. We started talking about Three's Company. Oh, somebody else is jumping on. All right, so I'm pushing this one down, and I think I'm happy with it. I might paint this one over, you guys, tomorrow, because I'm not really sure I like it like that, but that's okay. We are making a door hanger, a bee door hanger. Well, it's bee themed, and I kind of like it at an angle like that. You're off work? Oh my gosh, Sharon is off work. Welcome, Sharon. Is it already after 9? Oh my god, I gotta get to bed, you guys. Let me go ahead and finish this soon. Okay. So what I was thinking is putting a couple of bows up top, or maybe just one, depending where we want to put it. But this is the neat thing. Hi guys! This is the neat thing that I wanted to show you that I made, okay? So what I'm going to do, because it is so late and because I'm not really sure what color I'm trying to do this, I might do it white just to make it pop. But I promise I will finish this and I will post it tomorrow. Okay, so that's going to be our craft for tonight. But this is the cool thing that I wanted to show you guys. I was so excited. So you guys know yesterday or whatever day, I guess it was, what day was I on, guys? Was I on, what day is it today? This is Wednesday, right? Yes. So I was on Monday and I was struggling a little bit with that bow. And I thought to myself, I really need a bow maker. And then I thought to myself, I don't really want to spend $30 on a bow maker. So I made myself a bow maker with, yes, silver spray paint would look cute. Maybe even gold. I think I have gold too. Gold would probably look cute. I made myself a bow maker, you guys, and we're going to test it. And you know what I made this out of? Could anybody guess? If you're a crafter, you might guess what I made this out of. I made it out of Jenga blocks, guys. This was like less than $2. So I'm super excited to use this. And you guys don't even know. I'm super excited to use this. Okay. So we are going to make a bow. I think we're going to make one big bow for the side of that. If I don't like it, I might just end up making another one. But we're going to try one big one. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Now, yes, the Jenga blocks. The Jenga blocks, rather. If you guys don't want to spend money on one and you want one, just let me know. I'll make one for you. I'll only charge the cost of the product. Okay. So we're going to try it, guys. So I did actually kind of cheat, and I made this little one just because I'm impatient and I didn't want to wait. But we'll go ahead and roll with it and go with the flow this time and try to make a better one. I'm using the same colors, guys. I'm going to use like the same scheme that we've used with some of our other crafts. So I'm not trying to be all fancy. So basically what you want to do with this, if you don't know how to make one, which I'm new to it too, so we'll kind of learn on our own. They have this bow maker. It's called the Bowdabra, I think. I think there's also one called Easy Bow. I'm going to be on the lookout for it at Bottom of the Bin, Sharon, just so you know. Bottom of the Bin, I'm going to do a little plug, and I'm going to tag them in here. Bottom of the Bin, if you're local, is a consignment store specifically for craft supplies, art supplies. They have all kinds of stuff. They have everything from scrapbooking to sewing to art. They have the tools that you need, punches, crochet, all of that stuff. So they're amazing. So I'm going to be looking for one. But until then, we're going to do this. So basically you want to put these little blocks indicate where your bow is going to go. So you're going to either come across this way or come across this way. Now I think about it, I should have probably angled them different, but that's okay. This one is for the really big bows. But basically, so you can tie it off at the end, you can either put your zip strip in here and lay it down, or you can put your string in here and lay it down. But this is so that you can crisscross your bows right in the middle. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure out same size. I think I'll cut it. That way there's no loops. And then we're going to just kind of stick it right in place here. And I didn't make it very thick in between because I figured with my crafting, I'm probably going to use more of the narrower narrower bows or smaller bows. So that's why I didn't do that. Okay, so guys, still with me? I'm going to finish up, I promise. Okay, so I think we're going to do 2 on this end, 2. And this is just going to be like our messy bow. You could actually get more fancy and put it around each Jenga block. I'm just not going to do that tonight because we're trying to finish up. And I promise you guys, I'm going to paint that and finish it tomorrow so you guys can see what we made. And if you guys want more bees, more bee themed things, just let me know, and I've got a couple in mind. There are a couple other people that have been working on bee things today. All right, now for the bow jabra, they actually have something that you can like push in, but you can just use your scissors. This just so you can stick it down in there more. All right, and then the last but not least I'm going to make is a smaller polka dot piece in the middle. Because why not? Polka dots are cute. Alright. And we're just going to push it down in there. Now, I put both my zip strip and my jute in here. So you could use either. I'm going to use my jute today. So basically what I want to do is, I hope it works, guys, because I'm going to be super excited. Your tablet's dying. I'm sorry, we're almost done. I'm just going to show you the bow and then we'll go. All right, I'm just going to tie it really tight twice while it's still in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring it up. Now, if you have wired ribbon, this is when you're going to want to take it apart like this and kind of shape it. This is when you shape it. And then you could do either, or you could crisscross, layer it however you want to do it. I probably should have layered this one so it turned out a little bit better, but that's okay. I'm going to actually flip this and kind of crisscross it this way. And if you just want to give it a little bit more extra security, you can go ahead and zip tie it. So I'm going to do that just because. Plug in your tablet so it doesn't die. I'm sorry. You can watch the replay if you don't want to see me anymore. Okay. So this would be your back. Of course, that would be the back where the bees are too, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of shape it. But look at that, you guys. For $2, I put $2 in this because I got the wood planks. Okay, $3. I lied, $3. So this only took half the package of Jenga blocks. I got these little wood pieces at Dollar Tree, and I made legs for it. That's how I painted it blue just because I wanted it to be pretty. But this is what I made today, and I'm super ecstatic. Look at how cute that is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and tie a little actual bow with this jute because I think that'll give it an extra cute look. And there we go. And it kind of hides some of that. But yeah, you guys can layer it. I'll play around with the bow maker a little bit more tomorrow. Maybe I'll even do a little reel on different bows you can make. I'll try to get my brain thinking. You could even put like one in the middle too. So, but I think that's really, really cute. So we'll go ahead and cut off the zip tie. I actually want to use these scissors hanging up here. Do you like my backdrop? Hey Sharon, you didn't see this. I made that today because I believe in everybody that they can do their own crafts. I believe in you. Okay, I am cutting this off. Looks like the dogs are going out. I may join them because we're going to end this in a minute. But so what we're going to do, I hope you guys like the bow maker. Let me know if you like the bow maker. So what I was thinking we were going to do when we're all done is we're going to go ahead and stick with me and keep following so you can see the end product. And then we'll go ahead and put the bow on there. You guys like that? Isn't that cute? And we can put a couple bees on there if they want. I was thinking about putting some of the little cork bees just like on the ends. Like that. I don't know if you can see it. You like it? Cool. I'm so glad you like it. Okay, so I will finish this project up tomorrow and I will make sure I post it. I will be back online on, we'll do a quick live on Friday. I do have some plans coming up this weekend. Not crafting plans, but we'll see what happens, and then maybe I will jump on live a couple more times this weekend. So if I called your name in the beginning of this, make sure that you're private messaging me your address so I can send you out your prizes. Let me know in the comments which bee project was your favorite, this one or this one, and I will see you on my next live. Bye guys, good night. Thanks for sticking with me.